We all believe in something, and in believing in something, we set certain standards and we have values to achieve what we want in our beliefs. So I want you to think about that as the episode runs and reflect. And as you're there with us today, you shall learn something very big from the person that we have today. But welcome to today. It's a pleasure for you to watch us once again. A shout out to Dairy Collections. Remember, it's located at the Mercy Complex, and they have all the clothes that you need for any event. They have them in abundance, so to supply you with everything you need related to clothes. A shout out to Mark Shots behind the scenes, the camera, the lighting, and the microphones. All that is Mark Shots. Don't forget to visit them for any event you have, be it a birthday, be it a photo shoot, indoor or outdoor. I can promise you they have the best. And also another shout out to White House in KABALE. This beautiful place that you see that we are always at, this is White House in KABALE. If you need a meal, if you have a meeting and you want it to be at White House in KABALE, they have the conference halls. The bedrooms are spacious. The food is also the best in KABALE, that I can affirm you. But don't forget to visit them, and help me welcome the guest that we have today, a great woman that we look up to. So welcome her with me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, my dear?
I'm okay.
Yes.
Yes, so tell us about yourself.
Right. Okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to the viewers at whatever time you watch this. I'm called Grace ANKUNDA, hostess. Those are my names that I was baptized, but I usually add my father's name. I am a daughter to Reverend Solomon BEKUNDA and Loy BEKUNDA. My father went to be the Lord 40 years ago, but I'm still proud to be his daughter. That's why I never leave my name, BEKUNDA name. And I am Mrs. BWESIGYE for the last close to 20 years. So when you ask me about my name, I'll tell you I'm called Grace ANKUNDA BEKUNDA BWESIGYE. Yes.
Okay. Yes, so tell us about yourself, like your life.
I am born, I come from Nyabushabi, which is in Chamnamira sub-county. I then got married to Chigata, which is also in Chanamira, so I didn't go far. I am a KABALE born and raised in KABALE, studied here my whole primary. I started from Chizinga, children of clergy, Chizinga Primary School when he was a reverend before he passed. And then when he did, then we went to Nyabushabi in the village. And then after that, I came to KABALE Primary, the renowned demonstration school.
Yeah.
Demo, and that time we were still at the old campus where UCC now is. So I finished primary in 1990. Then joined Our Lady Gayaza secondary school. Then afterwards, A-level, I did A-level in 2 schools. I went to Namasagali College, the renowned, wonderful school that Uganda had at the time. And then later, I got health issues and I was brought closer home. So I sat my senior 6 from Nakasero secondary. So I wouldn't want to say, I wouldn't want to leave Namasagali College out of my history. So I am a proud Namasagali girl. And then Nakasero secondary, then went to university. I studied Bachelor of Social Sciences, 97-2000. I graduated in 2001. And then I had my work with the Diocese of Kigezi and the Compassion International for 3 years. Then after the 3 full years, I started as a child movement officer. After 1 year, I was promoted to be a project director. That means I was performing. And then after that, I went to study my master's program in demography, which is population studies, that now was under the Institute of Statistics.
Okay.
And then later also, as I was finishing my master's, immediately I was enrolling for postgraduate diploma in human resource management at Uganda Management Institute. So, and while at Uganda Management Institute, you can't believe I represented the youth, the students rather, on the council. So my love for being, you know, in leadership is part of my growth.
Okay.
And yeah, more about myself. I'm married. I have 3 biological, but I have quite a number and very many children that I've raised. Today, if you ask me, I'll tell you I'm a mother of 4 because at the moment I have 4 children in my house. I have an 18, a 14, 2 14, and then one who is 12. She made 12, my last born. So I have my brother-in-law's son, who is my son. And I'm so proud of him. So he's 14. So it's like I have the twins, so they are apart by months.
Yeah.
So and then I have raised a number of children. I have girls, 3 girls and 2 boys. The boys are already married. The 2 other girls are married, and one is still being looked out. Because in African culture, women don't look out for men. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I believe men are looking at her, and she's a beautiful girl.
Okay.
So that's about me. I have a family that I belong to and I'm proud of, the Reverend BEKUNDA family, and then my husband's family that welcomed me, and I'm making 20 years. So I'm CG by clan, and then married to Ababwiga Bakarovga from Chigata. That's a summary about me.
Yeah, it seems you really have a number of people that you really care, that you look out for. And then today we mainly want to discuss standards.
Yes.
What it takes to set a standard. But before you go into all that, I would like you to tell us standards that you set and you're still like, this is something that I've set and I've stayed to it and I'm really proud of myself. Then you ask you, you're like, I did it and I'm happy that I've done it and I'm still going to do it again.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that interview and for that question. Standards, guys out there. Everyone on earth needs to set a standard about life, about the way you do things. And this all comes up with the values that you put into yourself, the things that you put out as guidelines for you as an individual. And it's not necessarily individual, but also organizations have standards, families have standards and values. And if you're there and you don't have any standard whatsoever, and you haven't set any values about who you are, what you intend to be, whom you want to be known for, then you are doing life the wrong way. So Grace, having been born in a Christian family, it's unfortunate some children don't get that background where parents are insisting, go to church, do this, bathe in the morning, brush your teeth, make your bed. Some of those little values that we get from family define who we are. And I believe you're a better person today because mom and dad have played some part. They have counseled you. They have led you on a certain path. So, Grace, apart from having values that come from home, the Christian values, there are some things that I want to be known for. I want to be known for as a person of integrity. And integrity speaks a lot in values that we do. Because the way you talk, the way you carry yourself around, the things you do, you are given an assignment. How do you do it? You are given money. How do you account for the money? And I thank God for the background of Compassion International immediately after university, because it set who I am today.
Built you.
It built quite a lot of values in me, because we had to account for even 100 or 50 shillings. You would account and make, your financial report. So there are some things that have helped me, the path of life, where I've picked certain things. But for me, I want to be known as a person who stands for the truth, a person who values other people, I want to be known as a person who loves beyond just this. I want to be your friend, even after this interview. So that's about me. That's about me. And those are some of the standards about Christian values. Like I told myself, no sex before marriage. The pressures are there. As a youth, luckily I'm talking to teenagers out there. But I had told myself, Grace, you will not get involved into any sexual act. Okay? Yeah. So you would never find me there whatsoever. And the pressures were there. I mean, I am not ugly, am I? Yes. But even as the boys approached me, even as friends were doing things, I had set my values. No sex before marriage.
Until you have the ring?
Until I have the ring. And I'm glad I did it. Yeah. I bless God that I did it. Okay. So, some other standards is at home. You are known for, you are being counseled and brought up into that Christian perspective that I've told you. You know you have to pray. You have to believe God, no matter the circumstances and how hard things are. Yeah. The little that maybe I may talk about later, the challenges that I've faced, even failures that I've faced, they don't define who I am. I have a purpose in life. Okay. I have values in life. I have a goal. I have a vision. I vision myself as a great lady. And I think earlier I was telling you, you are destined for greatness. Yeah. Because of who you are and how you are taking this title of being Mr. Teens in Kigezi. The things that you're doing, you're setting a pace bold and beyond. I mean, there are youth that are going to look at up to you. Yeah. The things that you will do as you have this title, as you have this seat, as you have this office of being Mr. Teens. I mean, who are you? Yeah. But what you do as you are in this seat, in this time, in this era of yours, will define who you are even later. So I know I am destined for many great things. So some of the things that will not bring me down is a failure. I don't see myself as a failure. Like I know, even I have achieved a lot that I never thought I would achieve in the last 10 years, which I will mention maybe later. Yes, and I am known. Why am I here? You loved me. You loved me. We met somewhere. Yeah. And you loved what I say, what I spoke into the youth's life. Yeah. And now you have decided to invite me for Bold and Beyond. Yeah. And now I am bold with you and beyond, because even I know many people are going to listen to this interview and they'll be impressed that you invited me. Yeah. So, and then Bachiga, what are the standards of Bachiga? So being a Mchiga, and Bachiga known for hard work, isn't it? Yeah. Bachiga are known for saying the truth, though lately it's being a challenge. Yeah. Yet everywhere you went, everyone said, Abachiga, warakugambirira mazima. But of late, people are losing it. But for me, I want to be known as a person who stand for the truth. Stay in my line. As long as this is in line with God, I'll press for it. Right. And as long as I've prayed and God has convicted me that this is the right way to go, believe me, you will not stop grace. Out there, you will not even put a roadblock. The Lord will remove it. You will even climb over it. That zeal in me, that the power source that I get from who I am, determined, knowing what I want. So as a youth, you must know what you want. Right. Yeah, you've talked about what
I want. And now that brings me to what I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
You've set your standards, or you said not until you have the ring, you're going to be truthful and all that. What does it take to say, okay, this should be a standard? Before you even want to set the standard, when you think about it and you're like, I want to set this, what does it take for you to weigh? Like, what are the points to look out for before you set it as a standard? Because I may be there and I have standards that are not the right thing. I'm just moving around in vanity and it's not the right thing. So what does it take to say this is a standard to set?
What does it take? Determination. You determine. It's like us who are married. Huh?
Yeah.
I've told you I'm about to make 20 this December in marriage. The moment you go there and you're like, if it doesn't work out, I'll walk out. You will definitely walk out. Because marriage has its own issues. It's very good.
Job.
Yes, it is a full-time job. But you see, when you come in and you're determined to make it, no matter what hits you. So what it takes is determination.
Okay.
And then, do you have people you look up to?
Yeah, role models.
Role model, a mentor, a coach. Do you have a coach in your life? Do you have someone who speaks truth and tell you, Mr. Teens, Sebo, where you are headed is wrong? And they are, you know, even the Bible talks about rebuke.
Yeah.
They rebuke you in love. So,
that's true.
The moment someone speaks into your life, and then you have, hey, I would like to be like Grace. There's something beautiful about her.
Yeah.
Then now that is like also a wake-up call. I want to be as smart as Mr. Teens. There's someone out there looking at you and looking at the suit and the way you've matched your tie, you know?
Yeah.
And the shoes, and they're like, oh, I should contest for Mr. Teens come next year.
Yeah.
Okay? So what it takes is you are determined to achieve what you want to determine. Okay? You have a mentor who speaks positive into your life, or even speaks to check your ways. And then in that process, you find that it makes you a better person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
I hope I've responded to the way you wanted it.
Yeah. And then from looking out, so when we're setting standards, before we set it, we need to see what we want and that we look up to. And then for setting it, what should we look at? Because setting standards runs with values, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so what should we look at when saying, this is what I believe in, this is how it should be? So what else should we look at when we are having it at par and we are like, I'm writing this down, this is what I'm not supposed to do?
What you should have is that question in you. What do I want to be known for? As? Do I want to be known as a drug addict? As a porn star? As a drunko? What do I want to be known for? Okay?
Yeah.
And then also, what should the world take you to be? Are you someone who will, every time I meet you, you're like, Okavura niwe. Instead of asking me, how have you been? And then I let you know how I have been.
Yeah.
Being, someone who has that source of being too negative. Yeah? Yeah. Lately, it's you, the youth, that call it negative energy. Yeah?
Negative vibes.
Negative vibes. Someone doesn't speak positive. Huh?
Yeah.
So, for me, I would say, what do you want to be known for? Are you a hope giver? Are you an encourager? Huh? Yeah, those are some of the things that I look up to.
Okay. Yeah, so also, when we have set it, we are always faced with challenges. So how to overcome those challenges when we have set the standards and you're like, okay, I've set my standard. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to party past this time. How do we overcome those challenges when you're like, I'm doing this, come what may? Because I believe you also face challenges.
Yes,
how do you overcome them?
quite a lot. And you can never stop challenges from coming. That challenges will always be there. They will.
Bitter truth.
It's a bitter truth. Challenges will come.
Yeah.
Things to poke you always come.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, is you. Do you have that inner force that is causing you to do this? That is one. Do you have a friend you talk to?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And say, man, there's this girl. There's this girl. She's chewing my mind.
Yeah.
And then the other friend will say, remember, we signed a consent. No what? Sex before marriage.
Yeah.
And he checks you. So you need someone in your life who can check your ways. I mentioned earlier about the mentors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And about that's confidence.
Wow. Yeah.
I know your mother. I believe if you brought her close to you, there's something that she will help you skip in life, which you wouldn't.
Yeah.
And she speaks and says, now, for me, I've decided, I am so determined to make my children my friends because I know they face certain things. And I'm glad I tend to even know things that they are facing before any other person. It's one thing for your child to talk to another person before they come to you.
Yeah.
So have someone you can talk to and believe in. Having someone you believe in is important.
Someone we believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Belief. I think this all runs on belief. Yeah. So there is this challenge. We set standards for people. So as a person, what do you believe should be a standard I set for my friends? Because many times we are heartbroken when, let's say, I set a standard and I'm like, you must dress this way, you must come up this way. So to overcome that, what do you believe would be the best solution when someone keeps on setting standards for other people that are not right?
Someone setting standards for you?
Yeah, it's actually there in our group.
If you give them room to set a standard for you, they will lead you into trouble.
Okay.
Hey,
I believe
this guy will say, as teens, how can you? I have a niece. I will not mention her name, but she made me happy one time. She was at university studying medicine.
Okay.
And the year she made 20, this colleague at school, medic student, comes in with a bottle of warrage and says, now today, you have made, 20, you must drink some. He's trying to set a standard for her.
Yeah.
But what did she tell him? She said, no, I have my values. I've set my standards.
This is what I believe in.
This is what I do believe in. I believe I don't have to drink alcohol to be an adult. Because you were saying now you're an adult. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you don't have to allow someone to force you to do something that is not right. That's what I was saying. Have someone who speaks positive. And then also, as they are speaking, internalize. Will it apply? There's something that will apply in my life and won't apply in your life. Do you know that?
Yeah.
So that's it.
So I think that also hits peer pressure. Just we should know what we believe in.
Yes.
And be like, this is it. Come what may, this is it.
Yes. Me, I know what I want.
Yeah.
I've come to this university for this degree. Whether others are going clubbing, I am not going clubbing. For a reason. I have an assignment to finish.
Yeah. And
I must submit on time. So you have your goals. You have your objectives to life. You have your... how many times should I sing values? You have your values. Yeah. You have come to study. And go home with this degree. And also which class of degree matters. Youth out there. The class of degree also matters. We don't want a pass that you pass through a university. No. Have your first class if you can. Not that we got it, but you can work for it. Not that we were distracted not to get it. Maybe there's a reason to why. But there are those who get it. And there are those who go to university just to be adults and do adult things. You are being faced by porn. Phone porns?
Yeah.
You guys, it's an addiction.
Yeah.
Drugs. Just on Sunday, yes, Sunday or Monday, one of my nephews was on Family TV. Now he has come out with his testimony. And he was telling how he got addicted into drugs, but now he has overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was because of peer pressure. Peer influence. But now, luckily, he has come out of it. What if he didn't make it out? He would be a West.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be known as a West.
That's a truth.
Yeah.
That's a
Your
truth.
parents have put in a lot. They have done a lot. And you go to university to waste yourself? Or secondary school?
Yeah.
Even now, the vice is in primary. Children have gadgets. And they're abusing the use of these gadgets. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in all that, in setting our standards, we set standards for ourselves, but then some people out there are in leadership. And when you are a leader, a lot is expected from you. You're supposed to do something in a certain way. So what are the healthy standards for a person as a leader to set for the people he is working for? Because I was reading something and they were like, if you are working as an employee, your boss expects you to come on time. They expect you to submit everything. So as a leader, what should you consider when setting standards for the people that you are leading, or for the people that you want to go somewhere, aside from being a boss or what, a leader at any level? What do you think they should consider? Because there are very many leaders that are watching this that I believe, and future leaders, because at a point we are leaders. So what should we look out for as leaders when you're setting a standard for certain?
In the first place, a leader must be a team player. You don't sit back and let people that you are leading do what they're supposed to do, because you've set standards of objectives, goals for the year, the midterm, the long term, you know, and you just come in only to read the reports. You should be part of the team. So as a leader, like you are a leader, I believe you involve your other people. You hear from them. You carry out needs assessment within your team. You know this team, this line of management needs this. This line of management, human resource, IT, they all make one company. They're the executive, like the government has executive, judiciary, and legislature. And the leader now is the head of the executive, who is the president of Uganda. Now, tell me, if he sat back, a lot would go. A lot would go in the valleys. But you see, as a leader, he wants to know what is legislature, what is Parliament doing? What is judiciary doing? And then also these people that he has given the ministerial posts, are they delivering? So as a leader, you have to be mindful of deliverables. You should have performance indicators. You know, if this person has performed this way, then that means the indication is that we are achieving the goal. You are carrying out evaluations. You are carrying out, you know, the monitoring. That's why we have monitoring and evaluation departments in organizations. So as a leader now that was on the organizational level, but also in leadership, say you're a member of parliament for your community, you should know what your community wants.
Okay.
You just don't start bringing books in a place where books are. When they need health services, they need supplies.
Yeah.
So you should carry out a needs assessment and know what your community is interested in.
Yeah.
What are we interested in as Kabale people?
Okay.
Apparently, we are being faced by divisionism and what? But can you be a source, an agent of change and bring in unity? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, do we have our schools with the supplies they need? Can you lobby for better services? Yeah. Health centers, are there drugs? What can you do as a leader? So as a leader, you don't sit back. You're a team player. You're part of the team. You don't. It takes a whole toll on you to be a leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So finishing up, it's not new news. It's not new to anyone that you're contesting. And then people want to make the decision. So I would like you to look into the camera and just give one reason why, if someone wants to make the decision, why you believe you're the best. Because they all need to know, because you know, it's at times you don't know what to expect, but then if you could just give what you would like to do, what's what makes you unique.
Some people look at beauty.
Yeah.
Others look at religion.
Yeah.
Others look at skin complexion.
Yeah.
Others look at money. So for me, dear friends out there, especially the youth online, you are 70% of this population, according to the recent population census. That means you have the power in your hands. You have the power to decide who the next leader is. Participate. Participation is number one. Participate in this election. Don't fold your hands and look back and say, or those, the adults will vote. No. Whether they vote the person that you want or the person that you don't want, as long as they don't have the capacity to legislate on your behalf, then you are at a loss. So, ANKUNDA, BEKUNDA, BWESIGYE, the woman contesting for KABALE woman MP seat, I feel like I am the right candidate. I will lobby. I mean, I've been doing it even before I get there. I've been doing it. There's a time I had a 6-day medical camp in Dora East when I was still the flag bearer. And even the balance of the drugs, they were about 80 million worth. I submitted it at the district. Later, I again lobbied for more drugs of 74 million and distributed them in the 24 health centers. So you need a leader that will know the needs of the community, and I am one of them. At least I am interested in knowing what this sub-county is in need of versus the other sub-county, what they need. And I believe I can legislate, seek out for help for my community. Then I think legislation is about planning, budgeting, you know, speaking it out. On behalf of your people. I think when it comes to that, I can deliver. I can deliver. I have talked about my education background. It's on record. I don't have to come on it again. So I believe once given the capacity, I'll be the great leader that will work with my people and work for my people, because a leader should have issues that are people related, people issues. People issues should be your issues.
Yeah.
What is concerning your people should be your concern as a leader. So I am a people issue centered person, and I know together KABALE will be known. Together KABALE will go bold and beyond. Yes, we shall be known that we had a leader in the time of 2026, 2031 as a woman MP who really brought out our needs according to the way we wanted and delivered to the way we wanted. So trust me with your vote. out there, adult, youth, elderly, trust me with your vote and you will not regret. Thank you so much.
All right, so I believe you've heard from the person themselves. Remember, the decision is yours. When you're to look up to someone, see what you want. Let's set our standards. Remember, I'd given you the quote at the start. See what you believe in and set it. We have been taught a lot, as in a lot. Maybe another time we can have another part of it, but it was really beautiful having you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and remember to visit our friends at their collections for all the clothes that you need at the Mercy Complex. Don't forget to visit White Horse Inn for any meal, any food, any dish. I'm telling you, any dish, for a spacious room and for a nice conference hall or an outing place to come down. White Horse Inn has it all together for you. Located in Makanga, Wamafa Road, and then Mark Shots next to Miami. You people, his things are the best of the best. Don't forget to visit those three for all that you need related to food, clothes, and camera, lighting, and all that. But otherwise, till next time, we hope for the best. Remember, the voice is yours, the vote is yours. When it's the time to reach, vote someone that will do you good. So till next time, all the best.
And that's me. Thank you so much.